Hi everyone, this is Guille Fernandez. I'm class 2012, and I'm so excited today because I have with me someone that I really honor and admire, and and I just have so much fun with her, and I can't stop talking. So, Laurie Thorp, welcome.
Thank you. I am once again delighted to be here. Really.
And I'm going to change the view. Okay, now we are the two of us. Great.
Okay,
So we had an interview a couple of months, like 3 months ago. I don't remember exactly. And we couldn't stop talking. Like there was a lot of things that we want to share with you guys, with the community. So we decided to create part 2. And today we have a very interesting theme, an interesting topic that Laurie is gonna explain to us what she's been into recently. So,
okay. So I'll dive in, and certainly, Guille, ask any questions if at any point you have them. Okay. I think in our part 1 interview, I mentioned having gone out to the Institute of Noetic Sciences in Petaluma, California. And I know that I mentioned this, and this is what we're going to dive into some more, that most of the healings that we did were with real people with carpal tunnel. But every healer that was out there over the course of, I think it lasted 6 months, they had us do a healing on the water. So I think I said, and I'll set it up again, these healings were held in a Faraday room, which is a room that was, I think it was 7 or 10 layers of steel. And the intention, it was a 10 by 10 room. And the intention is to block out any electromagnetic field interference, any radio signal interference, computers, television, any kind of magnetic chaos and dissonance, so that they could get a really clear read on what was happening in the room. So it was great fun. Never had done anything really like that. I was there for a week. But on the next to the last day that I was there, Joyce, who was the Anastasia, who had been a Barbara Brennan student. And I can't remember when she was there, but
she was in my class.
Oh, she was in your class?
Yeah.
Okay. So she was the coordinator for this research project out at IONS. And so she said one day, just after lunch, she said, "Hey, let's go do a healing on the water." Okay. I didn't know what it meant. We went into the room, locked in, and the instructions were this: very simply, do a healing on the water.
Okay.
And in front of me on the table, there was a little stand, and it had two, actually I should have brought the vials out here. I've got them still. 2 vials of water about this big around, in a stand. And one of them was distilled water, and the other one was Fiji water.
Okay.
Now, I didn't know, linearly, I did not know which was which. That was part of the double blind thing, or single blind, or just blind. So I sat down, and the instructions, healing on the water. And I really felt, self-doubt. Never had I done anything like this before. So I, did my alignment, tuned in, a few Hail Marys. And I think this showed up on my internal movie screen, is one of the vials of water, the one on the side, looked like sunlight coming through dappled leaves in the trees. So there was movement, there was a little bit of light dancing around in there. And this vial, I saw, this is so, well, it's pretty graphic, a dead baby in a test tube.
Okay.
Okay. And the first words I heard were, okay, Laurie, bring that baby back to life.
Oh my God. Okay. I had chills.
Yeah, it was so moving just from the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what to do. So I sat and, just waited, sat, listened until the impulse arose. And very simply, it was so wild, very simply, I reached up. And I didn't even, of course, need to use my hand, but I did. And reached up, up, as far as I could possibly reach to the light of God. And that was so clear. And down it came. It was like it cascaded down through the room, the 7 layers of steel, down through me, down. Down through me, down through me, down through me. Then I reached down into the crystalline. It looked like what is the purple one? Amethyst crystalline structure. Reached down as far as I could possibly reach, and grabbed the energy from the heart of the earth and brought it up. And it came, and well, I'll be able to see it all. It came, and they came together like this. And the light and the energy in the vials started to shift. And this one danced even more. And this one, no dead baby. It wasn't as bright as this one, but there was movement. And it was doing this. And suddenly, yay, it was like I saw all the waters of the planet. I saw the contamination. I saw the pollution. I saw all the dead baby test tubes of water all over the world. And not being terribly scientific, the emotion, of course, welled up, and I couldn't stop crying. It was just like waves and waves of grief about what we have done to the waters of this planet. And I couldn't stop crying. And fortunately, guidance came in and said, Laurie, it's okay for you to grieve the water. That's absolutely a part of the healing process. And you could make another choice. I'm like, okay, what could I do differently? And this beautiful lady said, do just what you just did with the little vials. Just do it again. Okay. Still crying a little bit.
I can do that.
And so again, I reached up as far, brought it down, reached down, brought it up. And this one was like literally a nuclear explosion of light. And the mushroom cloud was light. And suddenly I saw it fly out to the west, to the pond up on the ridge on the land where Ions is, and all the way out to the Pacific Ocean. And it went all the way down through South America, down around the earth, and all the way to the east, all the way to, I saw the mighty Mississippi, actually this would be east, mighty Mississippi, Bowling Creek behind my house, Nag's Head where I go to the beach every summer, the Atlantic Ocean. And then it went all the way up over Alaska. And then suddenly, like the whole planet was just filled with this light. And again, there was just this wave of grief and joy all at the same time. And what duh, of course, got loud and clear is that we, all of us, everybody, we have the opportunity to heal water, the planet. Oh, and also I saw it go all the way out into the Earth's atmosphere, like out, way out. We have the opportunity, but mostly we have the responsibility. We have the responsibility because we have the capacity. And there are a lot more people who have the capacity than Barbara Brennan School of Healing graduates, but I know the work and the training that we have gotten at school. So I pretty much know that anybody who's made it even halfway through school can participate in this. Out, all the way through. And I feel very strongly about it. Now, I wish I could say that I still do what I did in the beginning, which was every time I drink a glass of water, pull it up, bring it up, down, up, But, I'm a creature of habit and settle back into mediocrity instead of this amazing possibility. And I don't think I'm magical thinking, Guille. Do you?
No. And I feel that it's when you were sharing, my heart was like beating, like, yes, this is it. This is what you guys need to do. Yeah. And we can just start, as you said, every time we drink water. We are water.
We are water. Yes.
We are water.
Yes. Let's take a moment and give a little shout out to Deborah Noker, our water teacher, right? She always belongs on the water. So Deborah Noker, wherever you are. Yeah, we are water.
We are water.
I think here's one of the things that's important because, and this might just be me, and you and I briefly touched on it before we started this, is I really hold both sides. Like, I know nothing. I cannot have an expectation that I can heal the water, that I can heal the world, that I can, while at the same time holding the experience and the intention and the possibility that every little thing that we do in that way contributes to the healing. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
He says firmly believer. I'm a firmly believer that every little action has a ripple effect.
It can't not, right?
As water.
Yes.
So after hearing you saying this, Laurie, I will invite everyone that is watching this interview to be more conscious every time that is in contact with water.
Why not? It can't hurt.
It can't hurt.
Here's the one other thing I would add, and remember to give me a time check since I'm...
Yeah, we're fine.
That particular experience of healing impacted the water. I will say I use that, if not all the time in my healings, a lot in my ordinary healings with ordinary people. And I use it in my own meditation. It's probably now my most common everyday meditation. Is that I'm right here in this chair. This is my meditation chair. And I sit and I do this and bring it down and one thing I forgot to say, and this is, I don't always connect to this, but it certainly happened when I was out at IONS, is that when this came in before the nuclear explosion, the image I had is like I've forgotten what they call it, the downward pointed triangle and the upward pointed triangle that spin in opposite directions. And I felt like I was in a spaceship about to take off. Ooh, the sound and these things were
like the Merkaba?
Yes, like the Merkaba. Yes.
Yeah.
Boom! And that was when the explosion of light happened. It was like being on is it Star Trek, where they go into warp speed and suddenly that's what it felt like. So we can use it, anytime, all the time.
Anytime you drink any water, anytime you are taking a shower.
Or walking outside. So we can do it with water. We can also do it with plants. We can do it with the earth. We can do it with our clients. We can do it with ourselves.
We were talking this past week. We have a board meeting of the association, the graduates associations that I'm in the board. And we were saying how many of the graduates they have a healing practice. And we came around a number, maybe 10%, 50% of the whole.
All the graduates.
So like they have a healing practice, like an active. But you know what? We are healers. We're never going to not be healers.
That's right.
So how can we, maybe you don't have any healing practice, but how can you be healing?
An agent for change.
Exactly. With the gifts that we have been given.
Yes.
Because we have gifts.
Yes.
The just by going into the school, it was a gift, a total gift.
Yes.
And I think I feel that we are, I don't know if this is gonna sound like harsh, but I think we are selfish.
In what way?
If we forget.
If we forget what we learn. Yes. I'll tell you, I remember, I don't know how long ago this was, but a student who had been my student in his first year, who when he came, he did computer IT stuff. He came and he finished the school. He did his 4 years. Such a great guy. Then he came back some years later. And I asked him how he was doing and did he have a practice? And he said, no, I tried. I tried to have a practice, but you know what the truth is? I loved my work with computers. And I know that I am bringing healing to everybody in my office because of my training. He said, so it's not, I'm not doing healing. It just doesn't look like I have a hands-on healing practice. And that's true for all of us, right?
Yeah.
I like that. Lest we forget. Let's don't forget.
Let's don't forget. Let's don't forget who we are. Right now, we are so needed. Our light is so needed. Our love, our compassion, what we learn, we are so needed.
And, let's put this in the context of current events, right? We're in a time of enormous chaos, upset, change, fear, death, illness. And I just think it's important to name that. Like we're not over here talking about healing as if our heads are in the sand, Not like, oh, let's do some healing work. This is real. And what's happening out there in the world is real. And so even if we're not working with patients who have coronavirus, how can we contribute to the healing
By healing the water.
Healing the water.
That you just you just show to us so beautifully. Mm-hmm. How we can just by connecting to the energy of God, the earth, explosion, expansion.
I've got to have that explosion, that explosion.
Did you? Yeah. So
palpable. Yes.
What would you say? What would be your last words, Laurie? Like to leave us like, hey guys.
Well, I really can only say it from where I have been. So I'm going to actually have 3 sentences, Guy. I have really and truly, and I may have said this last time, I have been in a true dark night of the soul for 3 years, 4 years. That's not depression. It is deep, deep, and I would say a loss of faith, like wandering the wilderness. At least it wasn't 40 years. It was just 3 years, 4 years. So what I would say, if I were anything, keep, as best as possible, keep connecting to whatever little flicker of light and faith, because light is faith, as best we can, even in these darkest of times. Keep looking for what brings light to your life specifically. Because if you connect to that light, there's the ripple effect, right? It will ripple out. So that's how I am.
Thank you, and keep
healing.
Yeah.
That's good. A little heaven, little earth. Whoa.
Exactly. I'm not gonna forget this, Laurie. Every time I'm gonna put something in my.
And I think the sound is important. Okay. Thank you so much.
Anyway, thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for sharing this amazing experience. And guys, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thanks.
Soon.
Bye.
Bye.